Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be checking out a frame arms kit here. This is the type Hector Durandal. Really cool design. As you guys know, I love the opportunity to check out frame arms kits. This one has been on my to-do list for quite a while, so very excited to check it out in today's review. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright guys, so we'll start off taking a look at the box and its contents. First of all, you got a very large box and some pretty awesome box art for this one with this white mecha contrasted in by this very dark nighttime scene with the bright light from the fire from below, the embers flying around everywhere, and just all the details and angles of the mecha all looking very intimidating and cool. Pretty impressive box art for this. On the side here you can see this is number 57 in the frame arms line. On the bottom of the box, here's a look at what it's going to look like when it's all built and painted up, front and back there, and with that big massive gun on its arm. Kind of very Tulgis-esque with it being connected onto the shoulder there like that. And the color scheme, of course, Tulgis-esque being all white. There's the boosters on the backpack, and you got some more details of those. I guess you can also attach them onto like the back skirt there, looks like maybe. On the other side, here's a look at how the kit is going to look unpainted, straight out of the box, and obviously without the details being filled in on that, it's just going to be a lot of white. And it looks like there's a different color version of this maybe out there as well. I'm not too aware of that. But if we go right down here, you can see the list price for this is 6,500 yen. Let's get this box open, see what we got in here. So obviously most of the kit all going to be white and gray primarily. We'll take a look at the runners in a moment, but first off, here is the instruction manual. The kit looks pretty cool. Obviously it looks much more dramatic on the front with some more kind of shading going on where you can really kind of see the angles. Otherwise there's a lot of white going on here naturally, but here on the back you have the line art. So there you go. If you wanted to try a different color scheme on it, you can scan this, pop that into your computer, pop it into Photoshop, whatever, and then you can try out some different color schemes on that before you get into painting. On the front inside page here, we just get right into the parts list and then the construction of the kit. On the center pages though, here we have the illustration, front and back illustration of the design, and some notes down here about that, and it's all in Japanese. And the equipment here, detail images and information about some of the features of the design. We have the rest of the construction, and that's gonna be it. I was looking for the color guide, but there it is on the back side above the liner. We have our color guide right there, but yeah, it's basically like white, gray, silver, and then a little bit of gold. That's kind of basically it. Alright, getting into the runners, first off we do have some polycaps here, PCA in dark gray. Then also in dark gray we have our frame arms frame on runner A, which we have one of, and runner B for the arms and legs. We have two of the B runner here. And this is the renewal frame for anybody who's wondering. Then we have the majority of our white armor pieces on runner C. We have one of those. And runner D we have two of. Again, this is probably just all parts for the arms and legs primarily. Runner E is some more dark gray pieces for some joint parts and weapons, it looks like mostly. Runner F is a few more pieces here in white. Runner G is in this molded gold and kind of more rich orangey kind of gold color, looks quite nice. Runner H is one little clear orange part there, probably for the eyes. Runner I is in the molded silver. It looks like kind of light gray mostly, but it is actually molded silver. Same thing here for runner J, we've got two of those. Runner K is some more parts here in gray, we've got two of these. And last but not least, runner V1 is going to be our generic frame arms style hands, and that's it. Alright guys, here's the kit all put together, and it's very cool. I did go ahead and do some panel lining on this just to help bring out some of the details on it, just because there is a lot of white on this one. And in the review here, I want you guys to see those details because there's a lot of really nice little detail bits around here on the exterior of the kit. But yeah, really nice color scheme with just overall the gray and gold bits scattered here and there throughout, mostly white color scheme of all the armor. It does a really cool look to it, just considering the overall design of everything. And then of course its equipment with that shield and massive long cannon. And let's go ahead and start by taking a look at that, just because all of the accessories that this kit has are just on there at the moment. The only thing else that we have is just some hand option parts for like open hands, the closed fists we've got on the kit already, and then a couple of types of holding hands. But the cool thing about its equipment here is that they're on these articulated arms so that those can be moved around in any which way that you might want. And just removing this off here for a second to take a look at it, the full length of this is 26 centimeters, so very long. So once it's mounted up on the shoulder, this handle can slide back and forward here on the track You can also rotate that side to side, so you should be able to get that into the hand without any issue for just having this connected onto the shoulder and then firing like that. But you can also slide this out of here, and this can be a sword weapon as well. So you've got your handle on the side and then just the main handle down here, and you can just use this as a sword, and again, pretty cool for its main weapon. And then we have the shield on the other side, which is on the same articulated arm, just mirrored onto the other side. You can kind of bring that around so it's like in front of the mecha like so while it's firing, and then its hand is still free to hold onto a different weapon or something like that. It would be kind of cool if there was a handle piece included so that it could like hold on to the handle of the shield just for like added support, just like added stability of that. You can get different handle parts just from Kotobukiya option parts and things like that, so that is something that you could pretty easily add if you wanted to. But otherwise, I won't go through like every aspect of the articulation because it's all pretty standard here, but the head will move up and down. Very cool head design on this one. Lots of little pointy bits sticking out here with little fins and everything pointing out everywhere. You do of course have a number of seam lines around in the kit, like here on the forearm for example, so there are going to be a few seams here and there, but overall again just a lot of really great detail. Plenty of hard points on here as well for adding other different accessories or other armor you might want to add onto the kit. It's got these big long feet here with some nice detail up underneath, and then a wheel here on the back of the foot that does roll. You can use that if you want to, but you do have some nice toe bend up and down here at the foot. The foot can be angled front and back, side to side, so you won't have any problems keeping this in many different kinds of stances on the ground. But if you do want to throw this up on an action base, on a Kotobukiya flying base, you can plug that in right up underneath the hip section. But you also take a look up here at the backpack. You can move these parts up and down. And then for a quick size comparison, here it is with a 1/44 scale Gundam kit. Now, even though the frame arms kits are 1/100 scale, the actual height of them does tend to vary between different kits. This one I think is pretty much on par with what about your standard height would be for an average 1/100 scale Gundam kit. Maybe slightly shorter, but it's definitely wider and bulkier. But overall, guys, I have to say it's a really cool design. Really glad that I was finally able to check this kit out. Like I said, it's not new, it's been out for a little while, but it's just one that has kind of been on my frame arms wish list for a long time, and so I'm really glad I was able to try this kit out because it's really quite unique. I do have to say it definitely has a very like Armored Core vibe to it. If you guys are into Armored Core, you might like this one as well, even though Kotobukiya does make Armored Core kits as like a separate thing. But if you wanted, you know, something more to try out, this one does definitely strike me as a very Armored Core feeling, just in terms of its overall proportions and design and everything. So if you were to pick up this kit and, you know, some different option weapons and things like that that you could add to it to, you know, really emphasize the Armored Core aspects of the design, I think you could definitely do that. But that's just on a little side note. I think this kit is awesome. Let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you think about it? What do you think about its design overall, its weapons, accessories, and all that? I guess it doesn't necessarily come with a whole lot in terms of like accessories. Everything there is just kind of like its main equipment, I guess. But I don't know, I don't necessarily feel like the kit is lacking something because it doesn't come with more accessories. I think it comes with, you know, what it needs to, just with its main equipment. And if you really wanted to add more stuff to it, again, there's plenty of different Kotobukiya MSG option weapons and option parts and armor and things like that that you could add to it if you wanted to. But let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. Of course, if you want to check out any frame arms kits or anything else from Kotobukiya, you can check out the link to USA Gundam Store down in the video description below. Got lots of stuff there for you guys to check out, so check that out. Thank you all so much for your support. Thanks for checking out the video today. If you do also feel so inclined to like or subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. But thank you guys so much. Until next time, hope you all are having a great day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.